There's the panel, the takeaway from today about fraud, viewability, the issues facing the marketplace. What are some of your thoughts coming out of today, and where do you think we stand with the industry, and where do we have to go?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, thank you for organizing the event. It was fantastic, and I think we, as an industry, need to have an open dialogue about this, and ultimately, where do we go from here is really focusing our energy on the fact that there is a real problem. And I think it's important to think in the context of non-human traffic that is without a sort of good intent. And fraud only happens, I think, as I said on the panel, fraud only happens if somebody is defrauded by it. There's some sort of currency exchange, and are obviously negatively impacted by it. But the whole industry is suffering from a group of bad actors that have come into our marketplace, and we have to come together as a group to fight it and make sure that we understand that all aspects of the industry are vulnerable to some degree. But we have to think in the context of doing what's right on behalf of the customer and build the appropriate tools, either inside of individual publishers, inside of exchanges, inside of ad serving technologies, and then also on the buy side, so that people can verify exactly what they're buying, and if they don't purchase something that is of value to them and non-human, then they should be refunded. So I think the main thing is, at this point in the industry, is really a call to arms and making sure that we get organized and work with the appropriate governing bodies to come up with the standards that are going to prevent this type of inventory and traffic from working its way into our business ecosystem.
And what about the new viewability standards that are becoming ungated now? And what does that mean? Does it mean a big deal to you guys, to your network, to the publishing industry? The new, video guidelines coming out of the MRC, which really are ungated at the end of this month.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think it's a very good step in the right direction. I think one of the biggest challenges that the industry faces is coming to agreement on exactly what the standards are. And I think the MRC's done a good job, and obviously the IAB is weighing in on some of those subjects as well. And I think from here it's a question of how do we actually deploy that in a way that works properly with the technology that we have. And I think it's going to be an evolutionary process for both the MRC and for ecosystems like Google as a publisher, as an exchange, as a ad serving technology, and for everybody else in the marketplace, because there are also some false positives out there that we have to address, and it's not necessarily a popular topic, but at the same time, we need to make sure that the systems are working properly.
Cool. And finally, Jay, what's going on with you guys with DoubleClick and the platform? And we've been reading about more relationships with publishers in the paper. Tell us a little bit about what's going on the video or on the on just general publishing. Sure.
Well, we announced at our Client Advisory Board event that we're releasing something called Google Partner Select, which is an initiative around video and buying premium video over the programmatic system, over the pipes. And it's an exciting program, and there'll be a lot more news that comes in around it over the next couple of months. But Google continues, and the DoubleClick side of the house continues to be very committed to the programmatic ecosystem, making sure that it has a tremendous value for the brands and the agencies and all of the different constituents there, publishers, et cetera. So that's been exciting. And then also different viewability metrics, as we heard from Josh earlier today with ComScore, VCE, further integrations with them, which will complete by the end of the summer. And then also working with Nielsen very closely. More information will be coming out about that shortly as well.
And finally, just on the programmatic initiative you guys are with publishers. So some people think it's YouTube, but you are a network of many publishers. I don't know if you can name the publishers. What kind of publishers will be in this new programmatic scenario? How would you think that will develop?
I think it's developing very well. As we heard from Ari earlier today, many of the top media buyers, agencies are really looking to purchase premium video inventory via the programmatic pipes. And so the conversations that we've been having, and in some cases the deals that we've already cut, will all be with very top tier brands in the publishing side, and you'll have to stay tuned for the names as they come out.